Hi, welcome back to One House Pub. Hey, I want to show off my Hinderer Herd here tonight. This is pretty much everything I own Hinderer-wise, everything from stickers to t-shirts to knives, scales, pens, tools, you name it. So let's just kind of get into it and let's talk about what I got here. These are obviously my 3XM18s. They're all 3.5 inch. I've never owned a 3-inch or an XM24. Just don't have a real desire for any of those. I mean, they're neat knives, don't get me wrong. I mean, not that I have a desire for them. I would take one if I was given one for sure. But this is the 3.5 is just the perfect size for me. So I just have pursued this size exclusively. I have these two, this one and this one, are Gen 4s. If you look at this guy, he's a later Gen 4 with the logo. I actually got this very knife at the Monkey Muster in Mesa, Arizona, back in March. Got it directly for the Hinderer table price, which is really nice. Before I got this one, this was actually my second XM18 I ever had. Before I got this one, I actually had another logo Gen 4 S35VN, just like this guy. And that one I had when I got this, and then I sold that, thinking, well, I'd rather have the one that I got directly from Rick Hinderer at that show, and I don't need two of them. And well, that didn't really, frankly, last very long, because shortly after getting that guy, I ended up stumbling across this guy in the Cove on the Usual Suspect Network. This is another Gen 4. As you can see, no stop pin here. The stop pin is there. This one is 20 CV steel, so I was like, oh wow, I'd like to have one in 20 CV also. No logos on this one, like I said, and this one's anodized blue on the back, and I think it's sand. Oops, there we go. Sorry about the fuzz there, the loss of focus. I think this is sandblasted, but then I don't. It might be bead blasted. I call it sandblasted. So this one and frankly this one are both going to be going back to the ranch. I've contacted Rob Orlando about this one getting a spot treatment, because you can see that the clip is pretty worn and stuff, and it's got some marks on the anodizing and whatnot. And this one's going to get a spot treatment, reblasting, re-anodizing, and this guy I'm going to actually have anodized bronze on the back side. So that's coming as soon as I get the word from Rob to drop him in the mail. That's what I'll do. I've been in contact with him since Blade was over, and he's said just give him a couple, 2-3 weeks, or however long it takes him to kind of get settled after that. And so I expect to be hearing from him, any day now, hopefully, and I'll be packing these boys up and sending them off for a treatment at the spa. This guy, you can see, is wearing my brand new, just got it today, smooth carbon fiber. Isn't that cool? Man, I like that. I really like that. And it is smooth. Before it came actually with the grayscale, that's what it originally had, I think, from the ranch. The guy I bought this from bought this at Blade 2012, and it actually has on the box Blade 2012, with Rick Hinderer's signature on it. And it came with the grayscale. He bought this blue-black scale to go with it, so I've got that as well. And that actually looks really good on here too. And that's typically what I would have on here, but I was just kind of had a hankering for this smooth carbon fiber, so I wanted to go ahead and pick one of those up. And I actually got this on Blade HQ for a pretty decent deal, a few bucks less than you see it in most other places. But this is, like I said, is also a Gen 4. It's 20 CV, the Durtex steel. Flips great. All mine flip great. Gosh, that focus is going crazy on me here. Anyway, so that was my second one that I picked up. And of course, then once I got that, I thought, okay, well, I'm done. I've got, one in S35VN, one in 20 CV, one anodized, one stonewash. I'm good. What else do you need? Well, of course, then again, that dastardly Cove comes back and gets me. This one appears, a Gen 3, which I don't have or didn't have at the time, and it's in CTS XHP. So if I get this, I'm thinking to myself, I have one in each of the 3 steels, S35VN, 20CV, and XHP. So I couldn't resist. This one actually came with bronze standoffs, which I then put on this knife because I determined that this one's going to go bronze anode, and the blue standoffs that came with this knife are still on it. I would like to get another set of blue and bronze each just to have spares, but they're like hen's teeth, they're hard to find. But anyway, this one is a Gen 3, flips great as well. I should probably prove that they all flip great. Why not, right? It's fun. I don't have some of the problems that people have flipping them, but then again, and I'm actually going to do a separate video on this. There's a technique for flipping a Hinderer, and it's not this. It's this. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but if you do that technique right, you're not going to have problems with with the jumping, with them, not jumping out on you with them. Just kind of, you're not going to have a flaccid flick. If you flip it right, everything's good. But anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked on that. So I got this guy then in the Cove, and he came with a translucent scale, frag scale, and originally an OD green scale. I actually sold the OD green because I already had this OD. So I sold the OD green, and then if you read my blog at all, you saw the translucent frag, the monkey edge frag that I tried dyeing. Actually, I was trying to dye it like a school bus yellow, kind of that flat kind of, school bus yellow, Tonka truck yellow if you want. And it came out like this really like burnt tangerine orange. It was a really cool color. It just wasn't at all what I was looking for. So I ended up selling it on the Cove, or in the Cove myself. And then again, if you see my other videos on this, and then this scope blue fella I have down here, you will know the story behind these. These were both translucent green scales as well. I bought them, dyed them, Rit dyed them. This one, if you probably saw the video, this one I tried to make Kelly green, and Kelly green gave me this, and this is not Kelly green at all. This is like I said, scope blue, or maybe even like a cough drop blue, like an icy cough drop blue. It's not what I expected. I'll just go through this again just real quick. I just want to just see how translucent this is. If I hold him up there, you can kind of, because I know that last video, and I apologize for the video that I did on this guy, he did not come out well because the lighting in it was really crazy, and even this isn't really working for me. So anyway, trust me, it is translucent. Get this all back here, trying to keep this all in frame. So I picked this guy up, and it basically gave me the hat trick, the steel hat trick. S35VN, 20CV, XHP. I was real happy to have all 3. And frankly, getting all 3 of those and getting a Gen 3 to kind of mix the generations up. And one of my Gen 4s is a logo, one's not. The 3 steels. This one's blue anodized with some kind of blasting, sandblast, bead blast. I think sand. This one's I'm gonna make this one into bronze anodized over stonewash, and then this one I'm gonna leave just plain stonewash. Oh, and speaking of that, I just want to show this off a little bit. Look at the difference. I don't know if the video will catch this. I hope it does. Oh boy, I don't think it's gonna. But the 3rd gen is just, the stonewash job on this guy is just so beautiful. It's just so rich. This is, don't get me wrong, this looks great too, and I loved this, and I still do love this, until I got this though, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so much better. So, I don't know, just, I guess it's just a matter of time in the media there. But anyway, like I said, this one's going to become bronze anode. It'll go really good with the bronze standoffs and the OD green. And these are the 2 scales, other 2 scales that I'll probably swap on and off, these onto this knife to play around with. As you can see, I got a lot of spare scales I've managed to acquire. So I like to put them around, or, swap them around and give different looks to these knives. This guy, I've got the purple for him that I did, the purple dye job, and then I'll also use this, use my scope blue here on here a lot, and probably this orange to some degree too. This is just a factory standard orange. I know that light's kind of hitting it funny, but there you go. Underneath that, I have the original purple that I tried dyeing, and again, if you read my blog, and I'll put once again the link to my written blog in the description down below. If you read my blog, you know that I tried dyeing it. This one, was also a translucent green scale, and I dyed this one purple, but I left it in way too long, and it came out really dark. Next to this, you don't really see much purple to it. It is purple. It's just a really dark, deep purple. I call this deep purple, and I call this Joker's suit purple or Joker purple. This still is a very cool color purple, but I'm probably going to try to sell this. So if anybody's interested, and you want, it looks basically at night or in any kind of imperfect lighting, it looks black or a really dark blue, but it is a purple, and in the right lighting, the purple comes out. So it's actually a really neat effect if if you're not wanting something overtly purple. Like this is much more overtly purple. I'm a fan of purple, so it is what it is. Another set of scales that I have. Well, before I get off onto my scales, I'm sorry. Let me finish up. So that one will run, the purple, the scope blue, and then this kind of the standard Hinderer orange. And this guy, now that I've got his carbon fiber on him, he's going to be sporting the carbon fiber as the number one. And then I will swap on the blue black when, that's the, this is the, the blue black that I really prefer, where it's really, the blue is really prominent. You really have the good, stripes in the thumb cutout groove here. This knife, actually, when I got this at the Monkey Muster, it was a blue black also, but it was more. I actually called it a black blue because it favored the black more. I mean, it still had blue in it, but this is just blatantly blue black. And when I got this one with this knife, I really I knew that this was the blue black I wanted to keep. So I ended up trading that away for. I think I traded it for the for the FDE here. Anyway, so that'll go on here, as kind of a follow-up or secondary to my new carbon fiber. And then the gray over here, which is what this knife originally came with, will be kind of my tertiary scale to put on here. I'd like to pick up a yellow scale too. So if anybody has a yellow scale that they're wanting to get rid of, 3.5 inch, let me know in the comments or PM me. But anyway, so that's kind of my three Hinderers. My 3.5 inch XM18s. Again, you can see I got quite a few scales here that I play with, and I actually have two. Oops, goodness! I actually have two of these dark greens. So if anybody wants a dark green, again, shoot me a PM or drop me a comment down below. Make me an offer. I got two. I don't need them, so I'll be more than happy to get rid of one. And also you see here some other Hinderer items. Of course, I got my patch that I got and my sticker that I got when I ordered my OD scale directly from the ranch. And I also picked this up in the Cove. This is a nice Hinderer Investigator pen in copper. I have actually done a little bit of work trying to, because when I got this, it was like a bright shiny penny. Even though I bought it used, it was like a bright shiny penny. And whoa, man, this thing is just going crazy. iPhone is making me nuts. And I have done some work to try to give this some patina, and I did. It actually did get some pretty decent patina to it. But by using it, and I use this regularly. I carry this every day, and I use it at work as my primary, writing instrument. And I have just kind of rubbed that patina right back off, and it's more back to kind of a shiny penny. It's not quite as new because in between the O-rings here, I got 3/8 inch O-rings that I put on there that I picked up at Ace Hardware. It's a little darker, but tough to keep that patina on there. Tough to keep that patina on there if you are, using the pen on a regular basis. So, and then of course this guy, the old Hinderer tool, the Armorer's tool. I picked this up actually on eBay. I got this with some spare screws, pocket clip screws, and some extra washers. Which came in handy because, ironically, when this knife came to me, it had two of the smaller washers on it. It didn't have the large washer. So luckily, I had a spare that I got when I bought this, and I was able to swap that on. So hoping to get some spare washers when I send these two guys. These two guys back in for anodizing and whatnot. And then, of course, underneath, I got the T-shirt that I also ordered when I got the scale. If you guys have not seen this T-shirt, there's actually on the Hinderer website. They don't have an icon to go with it. But let me just kind of move this stuff out of the way here. This is a really nice T-shirt. Get my stuff out of the way. Sorry. You can see that and I'm even going to tilt the camera slightly forward. It's cool. It's got a nice big old XM18 on the back with an AR-15. It says Hinderer knives on it. It's a nice OD color. So here we go. Ta-da! Perfect match. Well, not perfect. I guess this one has logos. This guy doesn't, but you get the point. Great T-shirt though. Really, they just had a description of it without actually showing a picture of it on the website, and I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not, but I was already ordering the scale. I figured, oh, what the heck, I'll throw it in. And when I got here, I was like, wow, great shirt. Really like it. So props for the shirts here. Pick yourself up one if they've got it in your size. It's a great shirt. Anyway, that's pretty much my Hinderers. I just kind of, like I said, I just wanted to kind of give a introduction to, and this is really what it's about, not all the extra stuff. These three guys right here. I just wanted to give a kind of an introduction to them. You'll see them in more videos of mine, and you've already seen them in some, in the G10 dying videos. So hopefully you'll stick around and see some more. Great knives. I just can't say enough about the quality, the fit and the finish, everything about these knives. I just love me some Hinderers. Just absolutely fabulous knives. This one, this one, I got lucky. I got this for the table price, the Hinderer price, the $385, and you just, it's obviously a huge benefit to get that. These I paid more for secondary pricing wise, but they each came with extras. This came with standoffs and an extra scale. This came with standoffs and extra scale. It had some steel flame stuff on it and stuff, all of which I don't really put that stuff on my knives, so I just went ahead and sold all that extra stuff off that I didn't need. And really, it has the effect of really putting both of these two guys down into a very reasonable secondary market price. Still not what I paid for this, but very reasonable secondary price or market price that I got on both of these guys. When you factor in the stuff that I sold and or that I didn't buy because I didn't need to, because it came with the knife, like the standoffs and stuff that I wanted anyway. I got these two very reasonably, by relatively speaking, in regards to secondary pricing. But anyway, like I said, you can't go wrong with the Hinderer. These are great knives, absolutely fabulous. Of course, all three of mine are production. I don't know if you noticed when I was doing my flipping demo there, but all three of mine are Spantos. Just really, I prefer the Spanto myself. It's just, I just dig it. It's kind of the quintessential Hinderer grind to me. Slicers are fine. I just, and if one of these would have, if this guy, let's say the XHP, would have shown up as a slicer, that wouldn't have prevented me from buying it. But the fact that it was a Spanto also was a benefit to me, because I just prefer that significantly. I prefer this grind significantly. All three of these guys have been on my Wicked Edge. These two I've left at basically 20. This one, and this one, these two, I've left at 22 degrees per side, 44 inclusive, which is pretty much what they were, out of the, well, what they were when I got them, at least, I guess. And I don't think that they were ever reprofiled as far as that goes by their previous owners. And then this guy, actually reprofiled him. I went to about 18.5 per side, so 37 degrees inclusive. And it's got a significant is maybe not the right word, but it's got a wider bevel for sure. I don't know if the camera will catch that. There you go. I'll be honest with you. I dig the way this one looks. I like that fatter bevel on there. Nice, shiny, fat bevel. And it really, this S35VN likes this bevel angle. This is a pretty wicked little cutter now. I mean, it was good before, don't get me wrong, but it's and it holds its edge really well now. I think that this is the way you should run S35VN. You should give it a nice, especially when it's this thick of a blade, you should give it a nice acute angle and use it. And that's what I do. If you probably can't see it, but this blade even has some scratches on it and stuff, because I do use it. I use all mine. I carry them if it's in my pocket. I love to carry them, and if I've got them and I need to cut something, I cut something with them. So, again, I don't abuse them. I don't go out of my way looking to, open paint cans with them or anything stupid like that. But, if I've got a knife in my pocket and something comes up that needs to be cut, and, if I can do it with a smaller knife, like my Fricky folder, which I just recently got, that's a great little knife, and I'll use that if the job calls for it. But if it's a job that needs a little bit bigger knife, one of these is going to be in my pocket. One of these is going to get the call. So anyway, that's my Hinderer Herd. That and all of these guys and everything else, and pens and tools and everything else. So again, you can't go wrong with Rick Hinderer products. Excellent knives. You can customize the heck out of these things. Love me some Hinderer. Love me some Hinderer. That's 102 cents, guys. Keep the change. Sláinte.